All right, you ready? You ready for this?
I'm never ready. I'm never ready.
We're going to try something new. Trying.
We're going directly to the end tag.
Yeah. Show's over. We're trying this. We're going full screen today.
Full screen, all right.
Yeah. What's going on? Chatter will pop up. It's in there somewhere.
No background.
Yeah, no background. Just full camera today.
I like it. Looks good. Looks clean.
I'm
just happy to be actually in focus, where usually I'm,
I was just in the beginning.
Hey, everybody.
I've adjusted the camera. What I need is a little better lighting setup in here. There's too much shadow. I need one there and one there.
Yeah.
Or just one more on the other side. Anyways, what's going on, everybody?
It's Jon Does.
It's Jon Does, episode 101.
If you missed that 100th celebration, be sure to check it out.
Yeah, Pat was here. We had some cake.
We did.
It was a festive good time.
It was. Premiered a track from the new EP coming out February 28th.
We may or may not have just sent it off to DistroKid.
Okay. We sealed it up.
Low there. There we go. That's
sealed it up. Signed, sealed, delivered. I'm turning myself up a little bit too because I usually
autographed copy. I just realized, or I not just realized, but I found out recently, this headphone jack and number one are the same.
Oh, okay, cool.
So it's weird because is that better for you?
Either way is fine.
Okay,
I'm okay either way. That actually might be a little loud.
See, it's not loud enough for me, which sucks. We should try one of the other headphone jacks one of these days.
Oh, well, here, let's turn it up a little bit then.
No. I'm just. My comment was we should fix this problem, basically, not right now. Anyways, welcome to episode 101 of Jon Does. I'm going to remake this, but since I was messing around with the full screen thing, don't forget to check out wilddinosaur.com.
Oh, yeah.
It's the best place to support the channel.
It's really just the best website on the internet.
Yeah, it really is. Pat's got some stuff up there. Basically links to new pants. I'm not going to keep that up all day. I'll pop it up again later. Oh, yeah. I was going to do this. Today's just a sloppy day. This is a tote bag. I don't know if you know what a tote bag is, but you can carry stuff in there. I take it to go get groceries. Linda from sales, she carries her special things in there. Pat, what do you carry in tote bags? Mostly cables and stuff like that. Right?
Yeah. Sometimes when, just
music gear.
Yeah, exactly. Traveling around, you can never have enough storage.
Well, this tote bag particularly came from wilddinosaur.com.
This one's pretty rad. Like, look at these stars and stuff in the background.
The stars at night are big and bright.
Right here on this tote bag.
Deep in the heart of wilddinosaur.com. That's one of the tote bags.
I helped some guy today. He was. I noticed that he was from El Paso, and I was going to say something about being from El Paso, and then I just decided no.
Yeah, it's probably a good thing because what would have happened? He would have been like, "Man, it's so much better in Texas than California." He'd have gone off.
You think so?
Maybe.
I don't.
I feel like that's. Well, I mean, even living in California, people talk shit about California.
But I haven't been back. I haven't been to Texas. I don't think at all, aside from the airport in Dallas, since 1996. So it's been close to 30 years. Some sentimental music. Yeah. Yeah, close to 30 years, man. I am interested to go back at some point and just check it out. Maybe I thought that it'd be cool.
I had to.
You had to do that.
I had to.
You couldn't even wait. Either.
No, I couldn't. Well, you getting into your backstory.
Oh yeah, sentimental.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah, keep going. Keep telling your story.
Well, it kind of got interrupted there, but I was just saying that.
Just like bed music.
I figured we would at some point make a Southwest trip. And we could check out El Paso at that time.
You and me?
Yeah.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Maybe Ian or something.
Yeah. That'd be fun.
We can get him away from the boss for a while.
Bruce Springsteen.
Yes.
I almost said Charles in Charge, but he's not the boss. He's just in charge.
That's right.
He's lower management.
Oh, he's middle management.
Oh man. So what have you been up to? Just living the dream?
Since Wednesday?
Yeah, since Wednesday.
Yeah, a whole lot actually. No, I watched that movie Prey last night.
Oh, did
I hadn't
you?
seen it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's okay. You know, it's not like the greatest movie of all time or anything, but it is definitely
Well, there's really no all-time greatest movie, in my opinion.
Okay.
They're all
okay,
subpar.
Sure.
The greatest movie hasn't been made yet because it's Avatar 6.
Oh, dude, there was a hard diss, too, on Avatar 2 in the new South Park episode.
Oh, yeah?
Randy, it's just like, all right, I'm going to say it. Avatar 2 sucked. And it's just like, dude, come on. Really? That movie is incredible.
There's haters out there. I mean, there's some legitimate like qualms with it. I think it's a fun theater experience, and I'm also one of those people that doesn't want to see the theater experience go away or change too drastically. You know, like I don't want to see.
Yeah.
I don't want to see like ticket prices go to like $100, like $50, $100, you know, something like that. It's like the date night thing instead of like it's Tuesday, I'll go see a movie.
Yeah,
you know?
dude, going to the theater alone is honestly underrated too.
Yeah, I do.
There's really
regularly.
nothing better than if you have a weekday off or something, just catch a matinee show.
Well, I do that regularly because like I don't like crying in front of people. And movies are my temple.
You're worried that somebody there is going to recognize you. Hey, is that John crying? Look at that pussy over there. I don't think so.
Well, honestly, no, I that's not why, but I do cry at movies quite a lot. I cry. I admitted to coworkers I cried during Captain America, the first Captain America movie.
Yeah, that's okay. You know, I remember when we were at the theater, I think it was to see Captain Marvel. And I cried during the Lion King trailer.
Oh, yeah.
I heard that movie wasn't even that good.
Yeah. Well, trailers are a whole nother artistic venture
Yeah.
than the movie themselves a lot of times.
I think the live action Disney remake that people liked was The Jungle Book, right? That was a
The Jungle Book, and then I think some people liked, was it Aladdin?
Oh, dude, I know the one. Cats?
Was it the butthole cut or
Obviously,
you know about that, right?
Obviously, the beehole cut is going to be the superior version.
You know all about that, right?
I do. Yeah,
that's great.
That's so funny. We should watch that one of these days. Maybe have a little viewing party.
Cats.
Yeah.
Live stream it.
I would like to.
Might get like copyright claimed or something.
That's fine.
I'd do it for the butthole cut.
Yeah. They're like, somebody's watching our movie.
Yeah, so I actually have 0 things to talk about today.
Perfect. I think we're doing just fine so far.
Well, I do want to ask you, there's been a lot of like entertainment news coming out. I've touched on some of it. Like on the 100th episode, I talked about the Tears of the Kingdom trailer. The last couple days, I've actually found some time to play a little Breath of the Wild, just revisit. I think on my last playthrough, which would probably be like my 6th or 7th playthrough on that game, I realized I hadn't done the DLC stuff yet, so I was like, oh, let's finish that up. But just there's like some video games coming out this year. There's movies. There's some TV shows. Like anything that you've heard about or excited about or anything.
Not a whole lot. I mean, there are definitely movies and TV that we talked about in previous episodes that I am excited for.
I guess we did do that like most anticipated episode too. So like Cocaine Bear was.
Oh, that which is going to be out soon
in like a week or 2.
We'll have to go check that out. I haven't been in the movies, I don't think, since we saw Babylon. I believe that was the last. Yeah,
I think that was the last one. It's been a minute for me too. You know, it's funny. I was thinking about it. I might have. Did you see Sonic 1 with me and Dusty?
I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't see that until
it came out.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, Dusty and I saw Sonic, and then COVID hit, and then the first movie back that I saw in theaters was the Mortal Kombat movie.
It was so badass.
It was so awesome.
Did we see that with Dusty as well?
Yeah, that's why I was asking.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember if you were there for Sonic.
Oh man, that was a good time. And then Shang-Chi, I think, is the other one that we saw after.
Yeah, but it's just funny that like there's been a conversation about like bad video game movies, and like the two movies I saw in theaters, like bookending COVID, were two really good video game movies.
I don't know. Like again, Sonic. I don't know if it was really good. It was good. It was okay.
Okay, it didn't have a high bar to reach for me.
That's
so
true.
So
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty good. Sure, I mean, if you want to split hairs here on really good, pretty good, it's pretty good.
Like, I would say
it's not the best movie. I'm not gonna say, but it was way more fun than I anticipated. Yeah, I think in terms of the conversation around video game movies, like it's way better than, let's say, the original Super Mario Brothers movie.
Of course. Although Johnny Legs.
Johnny Legs over here.
Yeah. No, dude. The video game adaptations it's becoming more seamless because video games are becoming more cinematic.
Yeah.
Like, it's so much. Like, you can't really compare something like Sonic being adapted for the big screen to something like The Last of Us, which already is like a movie.
Yeah.
So obviously that's going to be more adaptable than Sonic the Hedgehog. It's just like, what are we going to do? You know, like that's that. And I think that they did a great job in what they did pull off.
I mean, they just needed to make a good family-friendly Sonic movie, and I think they accomplished that. And I mean, if Jim Carrey is known for anything in modern day, it's Robotnik now, from a lot of like movie fans, younger fans, and stuff like that. And I'm really happy that Jim Carrey is still being talked about. You know,
James Marsden was like the perfect casting for
Totally.
that character too. The like dopey small town sheriff or whatever he was.
Speaking of, this isn't about James Marsden, but he played Cyclops in the X-Men franchise for Fox. James Marsden did.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
So there's going to be a new X-Men franchise coming soon in the Marvel universe, and I heard a cast. It's not even a rumor. It's just a suggestion for a good Cyclops replacement, and I think he would be good. But I think I want him as a different character. I think I want him as my Booster Gold if they do that when they do that for DC. But Glenn Powell was his name was thrown out there for a Cyclops. I think he's like perfect.
Yeah, you think
yes,
so?
Absolutely. He's a little bit younger, but he could. I mean, he was Hangman in Maverick. He could be a really good Dick.
I thought that they did okay with what's his name, with Ty Sheridan or whatever.
Yeah, he was pretty good.
He was all right in the younger casting.
Yeah, get in that mic.
Yeah, I got it.
Stick it in your mouth.
In the younger casting, the Days of Future Past and First Class.
Yeah, I liked some of the casting. I didn't really like some of the direction they went with some of the writing, with the newer stuff.
Yeah, but there was some good casting, like Jennifer Lawrence as Mystique was good.
But I mean, they're gonna cast all these characters again, so
Nicholas Hoult as Beast. Mm-hmm. There was some decent casting, good actors there
for sure.
They needed a little Jesse Eisenberg. I was what
Professor
dude.
X.
Yes,
since he played Lex Luthor, he'd be a good Professor X.
His Lex
too.
Luthor was so bizarre. I guess they didn't really give him a whole lot to work with, but it was a weird take.
That character was written more as the Riddler than it was.
Yeah. And he would be an okay Riddler.
Or like one of the like weirdo B villains from like Batman, like what is it, the Clock King or something like that.
The Mad Hatter.
Yeah, for sure. Oh man. Now if you tell me Jesse Eisenberg is playing the Mad Hatter in one of these movies, that is I could get behind
that. Would work.
Yeah. I could get behind that.
He is good at playing like a kooky, like off the wall.
He's a good actor.
Think, in theory, the Lex Luthor casting made sense, but in practice, that movie was just kind of a disaster.
Yeah, a lot of the Snyderverse stuff. I mean, we can go into a whole Snyderverse conversation if you want. I don't really want to, but there was some good and there was some bad, and a lot of the bad just kept lingering through like various movies, and just it's ready to die. It's ready to go.
You remember my roommate's old computer setup in his room, right, where he had the 3 screens.
I don't know if I ever saw it.
He had 3 like 50-something inch plasmas, and then they like at one point we had them vertical and then right next to each other, so it was like it was all just one big screen. And I think I watched that movie that way in there. The Batman v Superman. Dawn of Justice.
Martha!
Dawn of Martha.
Everything changed because my mom's name was the same as your mom's.
Yeah, what's up with that anyway? How many Marthas are there? You know, that was a popular
There was a whole generation
yeah.
of Marthas out there.
True.
And not all of them died clutching pearls. Batman's mom, I'm looking at you.
Well, we didn't all live that charmed Martha life.
That semi-charmed life.
Yes. Semi-charmed kind of life.
That semi-Gotham kind of life.
Semi-charmed kind of life.
Don't give me a copyright.
Yeah, sure. We can handle that one.
I think it's 15. You have like 15 seconds.
Want me to go?
If I remember correctly,
I can sing more than that of that song.
Please don't.
You've received a copyright strike from Third Eye Blind. Dude, if they were blind, how are they watching the video anyway?
I wonder if this is gonna get me claimed.
By who, dude? Bing Crosby?
This is. I gotta do.
This is the Cary Grant face. This is terrifying. Out of context. Like if your face was just melting. Yeah. But I started to talk about that movie Prey. The Predator prequel.
Yeah, like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah. I love how they just like don't really give any context for the Predator being on Earth.
Do any of them? They're just there.
Yeah.
Like the Predator movies, they're just there. There's
Yeah.
like, I think maybe the second one, there's like a little bit. I mean, I haven't watched many of those movies in a long time, but
Same.
I think the second one maybe shows you the one with Danny Glover has like a little bit of like, if I remember correctly, like he kills or wounds one at the end, and then like a bunch of other predators come to like rescue the one that was. Is
How many are there? Yeah.
Something along those lines. So, like, but yeah, like there's never any like
exposition.
Yeah, it's just the best thing about those movies. Well, the reason why they worked so well in the 80s is because you didn't have to do any exposition. People just wanted to see Arnold blow shit up. And that's how that franchise started. But then, you know, people are getting a little bit more invested, and studios are like, well, we need to make as much money off this as possible. So, yeah, there's never really been, as far as I know. I mean, the one that I didn't see was the Aliens versus Predator.
Yeah, I didn't see any of those. I think those were like lower, those were lower budget, I think.
I've actually, you know what, there was the one with Adrian Brody. Predators.
Oh, yeah.
I think, and I never saw that either.
I didn't see that one either.
Maybe there is like a little bit of lore why they're there, but yeah, you don't usually get that. Like, that's not in the first movie. He's just like there in the jungle all of a sudden, and it's like a survival movie.
He does have some nice dreads, I gotta say.
Hell yeah.
That's one thing.
I think, if I remember, Jean-Claude Van Damme was originally one of the Predator stunt doubles.
Nice.
So there's something like that.
He seems a little short, but
that's probably why they fired him. No, I'm kidding. Yeah.
Man, Van Damme, nobody crushed it like Van Damme in the 80s. Bloodsport is still like one of my favorites. It's so bad. Dude, the movie sucks, honestly. It's like, it's not very good, but I love that movie.
You know what my favorite Van Damme movie is? And it's not one that most people go to because it does totally suck, but it's a total like...
Is it Time Cop?
Yes. I remember going to see that movie in the theaters and being like, dude, he did the splits on the countertop. Do you remember that?
That is a sick scene, yeah.
That was a badass scene.
No, he's incredible martial artist. Like, that dude really has put in the work, and
Oh, sorry.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, like, you say what you want about his acting is atrocious, but but his martial arts abilities are like up there. You know, that guy.
You could kick Seagal's ass for sure.
Dude, we could probably, as a team, maybe kick Seagal's ass.
Team. Well, he's an Aikido master, but basically,
It's all right. I'm willing to try.
All Aikido is just like slapping people away, like ha 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 ha.
You should. What you should really do is have like a battle of the bands between you and Steven Seagal.
A battle of the bald spots, more like.
Oh man, I think there was that one. It might have been like from his Instagram page or Facebook or something, but it's just like him with like a banjo. Like,
Seagal.
Yeah,
I don't remember this. Also,
that dude is just not it though.
I'm not as pro Russia as Steven Seagal. I'm only like a little pro Russia. I'm just kidding. I'm more Ukraine. You know what? I'm more.
It doesn't sound believable at this point.
I'm more Sweden. I'm more new.
That's Swiss.
Switzerland. Yeah, sorry, not Sweden.
You're more Sweden.
I'm more Swiss cheese at this point. There's just holes littering my brain.
Was not expecting that. That's funny.
Well, Swiss cheese.
Well, this episode's off to a great start.
This episode is rolling along just fine. For anybody who's just joining in, I have nothing to talk about today. Pat's just hanging out with me, and we're being silly.
Yeah, why don't you drop the Wild Dinosaur link again?
Oh, yeah. Why don't y'all look at this? This is a terrible lower third. I really want to change it.
It's not the worst, though.
It's not... No, it is.
Bad.
It is the worst. It really is. It's not sized properly. The text looks like garbage.
It looks a little aliased.
Well, I was just messing around,
Yeah.
trying stuff out. But I'll make a new graphic for whenever I do these full screens, the full screen camera instead of the normal graphics. I was just messing around today.
Oh, you know what
with this new format.
You know something else I was checking out today? Perfect Circuit has some cool. They have some cool merchandise.
Shout out Perfect Circuit.
Yeah, we really could use a sponsor. Yeah, and that would be one of the best.
Oh man, I just want to try out some pedals and.
If anybody's been to Perfect Circuit, it's a
great,
fantastic store. They have a ton of synthesizers. I mean, that's like I would say that's their main focus.
Yeah,
like electronic music production tools.
If you got one of those Behringer vocoders, I wouldn't mind borrowing it for a little bit.
I like how that's like your big ticket Behringer vocoder.
Yeah, they were like $400 new or something like that, weren't they?
I want to pick up like one of those Nord, like a Nord stage or something like that. Nord Stage or Nord Electro, a Prophet 10, OB6. No, just give me the Behringer string machine.
Yeah.
It's like $400.
That's all.
I think that at this point, the prices might have gone up a little bit. It might be like $6.
I would imagine the prices have gone up on that.
Yeah.
But when it came out, it was like 4 or 5, right?
Yeah, I think it was like 5.
Oh yeah, I was gonna show you that. I'm not gonna do it on air. But
yeah,
the duophony thing.
There are always just so many cool pedals and stuff. Like
I
feel like when it comes to effects, there are always going to be pedals or devices or plugins that I just won't have that look cool.
This thing, it's Parallel Signal Blender.
That's interesting. What the heck?
Yeah, this looks really cool. I listened to, Emily the Harpist did one.
Not a bad price.
Yeah.
It's just like.
And then this is touch sensitive.
So you could blend between 2 channels.
Yeah.
And it has a send and return on each, too?
Yeah. It's pretty awesome, huh?
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, something I would consider.
Cool.
At some point. I want a place to set up my gear first, and then a second amp.
I really just need a new computer. That's where I'm at right now. And it's been tough because I don't know what will be better for my needs. The M2, what is it called? M2 Max or M2 Ultra, whatever the heck it's
The
called.
new Mac Ultron?
The new Mac Mini or the Mac Studio. They're about the same price if you configure them. I'm still leaning toward the Mac Studio more so.
Which one's which? I don't know.
The Mac Studio is like, it looks like two Mac Minis, just like stacked on top of each other.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So this is So that
Okay.
and then the Mac Mac Mini.
This one?
No, that's still a Mac Studio also, but the Mac Mini is
Here,
like
You do this. That's why you had the laptop today, bro.
It's interesting, but Apple does some weird stuff. It's like, how much RAM is going to be enough? I think this one only has 8 or 16.
Probably 8. Oh, this one.
This one has 8.
Yeah.
And it's super fast, right?
Yeah.
And the latest operating system is called Ventura. That's pretty sick.
Baller. Shout out 805.
Shout out to the 805. Yeah, the M2 Pro.
Okay.
So like, if you configure it, as the M2 Pro, right?
Are you buying a computer on my dime right now?
Yeah.
Baller. Man, I wish I could just be like, yeah, whatever.
So you make it 32 gigs, which is the Mac Studio comes with, I believe, 32 gigs of RAM. Upgrade that storage, and you're looking at the same cost.
No.
And it has like less cores or whatever, but I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know. But I do like how these computers are not very expensive. Like look at the cheapest Mac Mini, 8 gigs. $600. It's not bad at all.
Yeah. You just have to get a monitor.
And it has like a decent amount of ports too. You'd have to get, if you need like a bunch of USB ports, you'd have to get some sort of hub.
Yeah. Those aren't terribly expensive these days.
Yeah.
Well, hey, let's take a moment to really contemplate Pat's decisions in his computer. Let's take a quick commercial break.
I could use some feedback as well. Anybody out there?
I'm going to do a quick commercial break and come back, and let's just lay into Pat about his decisions.
Life decisions.
But also, the episode title of this is What's Next? So I should address that at some point.
Yeah, what's next?
Yeah, I don't know. What's next after the commercial break? Pat's talking more about his computer.
Let's do it.
Yo, lay in the comments. Let's go.
Richard's Pet Wedding Facilities, and I give these stickers away at every pet wedding. The kids love them too.
This bag from, what's his name? Wild Dinosaur? Weren't they all wild? Why not see more? Anyways, I like to put my special things in this bag. Plus, I'm pretty sure this is my spirit animal.
Life gave me lemons. So I sold them for this sweet baseball tee.
Oh, that's not the right one.
Thanks for watching the commercial.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit up wilddinosaur.com. That is wilddinosaur.com. It's the best place to buy
any kind of merch.
Any kind of merch to help me get a new mustache trimmer. No,
donate here.
This might be gone. Well, okay, hold on. Before we get more into Pat's computer stuff, I have a potential. I'm not trying to, put the cart before the horse here.
Oh yeah.
But I might have a job opportunity. I'll check in on Monday about that.
Sounds good. Hey,
but
looking forward to hearing about
I might have to take the mustache off.
Yeah, that's probably a good call.
Unless they're gonna get confused and be like, "Are you the brother of a plumber?" Be like, "I'm also a plumber, thank you."
You should show up with like a green strip over it and be like, "Yeah, I just came from shooting a DC film."
I'm the new Superman.
I was told this is how they do it.
Yeah. That's a really funny skit, dude. I think we could work with something on that. Yeah, so I had this thought where I was like, what if we hit episode 100 and then that's the last episode? I legitimately thought that because I'm like, what's my future with this? Like, I have no idea. I intend to live stream as much as I can. Guys, I want to let you know, life things happen. I might get a new job. And what kind of job are you looking at already? Well, I'd rather not talk about that on air, to be honest, right now. It's another porn gig.
Another.
No, it's not. I'm a little superstitious about it, and I don't want to I need the job, so I don't want to because I haven't even had the conversations with him yet. But all I'm saying is things might adjust for Jon Does in the future. But I still want to do at least one day a week at some point. Again, nothing's final here. I'm just keeping you guys posted. But it's gonna look weird because I'm not gonna have a mustache on Monday's episode. So you can be like, "Who's that guy?" Just a reminder.
You're Jon.
I'm still Jon, and I'll just look a little less Luigi. That's all.
Well, like for the first 80 episodes, you didn't have the mustache. So
no, but I did have long hair.
That's right, you did have longer hair, right?
I did have long hair for I don't remember around what episode it was, but that I cut it. But I did cut it at some point. It's probably like 40 or 50, I think.
Was that big? Did you cut it on air?
You made good money shooting that porn.
That's right. Ryan was your...
And what do you mean by shooting?
Ryan was your enforcer on the job? They're there for protection.
He's my manager. Want to make sure his girl looked pretty on camera. Oh boy, like you said, we're off to the races here.
Oh, what were we talking about anyway? Computers?
Yeah, about sending in those donations.
Keep them rolling in.
Keep them rolling in.
Donate to Jon Does at wilddinosaur.com.
And maybe one day Pat will get a computer out of it.
Yeah. I'm getting a computer regardless.
Yeah. So Pat's brainwashed by Apple. So am I. It's okay.
Yeah, we've both been Apple users for...
A long time.
Like at this point, I think around 20 years. It's been about 20 years.
I've always had an Apple available. I had a PC for a while when I was in
in high school,
8th grade or something.
Yeah, Apple at that time was like the dark ages. That was before Steve Jobs returned, or like around the time that he did.
I got that Apple for graduation. For high school
that
graduation.
iMac.
Yeah, the swivel screen one that looked like a lamp.
Dude, those are such a sick design.
It was a really great computer. And too bad all computers have lifespans now. But,
a lot of those designs were crazy. Did you ever see the Cube? Have you ever seen that before?
You mean the Cell, the Jennifer Lopez movie?
Dude, that movie's crazy. I remember one time I was watching that. I was just like flipping through the channels with my brother, with Dan, and then that movie came on. I was like, "Hey, let's watch this for a little bit." And then we watched it, and there was like that part where this like horse gets cut into like different sections, and he's just like, "Dude, please, let's turn this channel. You got to turn the channel." And it was on like FX or something. It wasn't even the full version.
Here, that might be a little better.
Yeah, I don't know if you ever saw this, dude, but these were crazy.
Try not to cover you up so much. There's a little bit of a wider shot of my room, everybody. Back with behind these doors is my unmentionables. Just saying.
That was an Apple design for the day.
That. I remember
the
that.
Cube.
Nothing was worse than the Microsoft table. Do you remember that?
What?
Yeah, this was like, you guys look good in full screen. Thanks. I widened the shot. What do you think?
Yeah.
A little better there?
Yeah, that works for me, for
sure.
So
at least your head's not covered by Ryan talking about my porn career.
No, I do like the full screen. I actually think I prefer that.
Yeah, there was, it was Windows. There was a Windows, table.
The Microsoft table?
Yeah, It was for like office buildings and stuff. Yeah, this thing. It was an actual
Microsoft Surface table.
No, that's not it. They like this was like at least 10 years ago.
Anyway,
yeah,
that looks like it probably is it. Yeah, that's not. What the hell is that?
Yeah, it was something like that.
You could get cool with it, like Tom Cruise in the Mission Impossible, where he has like, you know what I'm talking about, John? When he's in Dubai and he's in the desert, and then
right before he climbs the Burj Khalifa tower.
I think it's right around that same time. Yeah,
the tower that they built specifically for that movie.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So remember, like, there's that scene where he's out in the desert and there's that massive sandstorm, and then he's in that car, and he's like punching in computer shit on the dashboard or like on the windshield. It's so cool. That that one, and also Minority Report. He has that like really cool computer setup.
Or there's the whole Tony Stark's like.
Oh yeah, it's similar to that. The Minority Report is similar to that. I just can't. You can't even. I just want to hear it. I want to listen to it when that comes on. I'm not talking because I'm listening to the music. Yeah, right? It's great.
For those of you out there, it's part of the H3 podcast lore.
At this point, yeah,
it's great. Yeah, it's this like TikToker who I guess he gets like millions of views. I can't tell
for good reason.
Yeah, I can't tell if he's like an AI character or somebody with like really good face filters, but he's this like I don't know. I can't tell what nationality he is.
It doesn't matter. He's an alien.
Yeah, he looks super weird, and he does some song stuff that's pretty. Well, he does this.
You're just starting it over. Oh man.
I should cut this so it just starts right at the chestnut.
No,
part.
I like this intro. The little jazzy piano. Yeah. Bye.
It does cut out. That's all that clip had.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah.
I would like to hear more.
Well, there's the video on the
yeah, and it's in French.
Oh,
just adds even more confusion to the whole scenario.
What else were we talking about? There was a couple of topics that we were on.
Well, earlier today we were talking about how Biden had that unidentified object shot down over Alaska.
Was it a witch?
I was thinking some sort of UFO. Yeah, it could have been a witch. It was like flying around 40,000 feet, so that seems about normal witch height.
Yeah.
40,000.
40,000 that's about maximum witch height. It's about minimum 747 height though.
That's about maximum 747 height.
No,
too.
they go close to the moon.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how you get to places so quick. A 16-hour flight to London. You definitely got to go that high. Got to get up there right next to the moon.
I don't think it takes 16 hours to get to London.
It depends on how many layovers you have.
It might, dude. I really don't know.
I think it's like 9 or something.
Okay,
like
that sounds about right. Yeah.
Again, depending on if you have any layovers and where you're going, where you're coming from.
Yeah. So. You going on any travels anytime soon here?
No.
Talking about 747s.
Well, I was gonna get back to the spycraft stuff.
Oh yeah.
Because you started.
I did. I brought it up. Okay, so yeah, but then you said something about witches.
Well, I know, but you got into altitudes, and you got to know your facts.
Let's go. Wait.
So are the UFOs returning fire?
I'm not. That hasn't really been too clear.
They haven't released the footage, and when they do,
Yeah.
it's going to be doctored.
You know it.
It's photoshopped, bro.
I don't think that there was any sort of like. It wasn't, posing a threat aside from what they claimed was just interference with aircraft at that height. Like that balloon, that Chinese spy balloon, that was flying higher than most aircraft.
That was
fly.
actually just released from a child's birthday party.
That would be so funny.
It just said like "Happy Birthday, Timmy" on it or something like that. The kids all crying. They shot down my balloon. It's my birthday. I'm 4.
I remember when I lived in El Paso, there were some mountains and stuff, so we had some balloons that we would lose, and then you'd watch it go over the mountain, and you couldn't see it anymore.
Just out of sight
Yeah.
into the ether.
Yeah,
That's where you learned your mortality.
not quite.
You didn't.
Thanks for bringing that up, though.
You like the balloon.
So I'm gonna die. That's what you're telling me.
The balloon. It's just this fragile little piece of rubber.
Just like my life.
inflated by gases, and I'm just a meat sack filled with blood. It's like the same thing, and I'm just floating through the universe. And one day I'm gonna pop, or one day I'm gonna float over those mountains and deflate slowly.
Ryan asked a question here: which of our jets are engaging in UFO dogfights? I'm not really sure. I would guess maybe like a
Cessnas, little tiny private Cessna aircraft. You're just throwing bags of dog poop. Actually,
I would guess it's some sort of F something.
The best way to combat alien air battle is dire wolves riding on dragons, throwing flaming bags of poop. I photoshopped that once, so that's my answer.
Did you really?
Yeah, I did. You've probably seen it. It was like 5 years ago.
Was it around the time that Game of Thrones ended?
No, it was way before that. It was like mid Game of Thrones.
Battleoid? That sounds pretty rad. Yeah, I would like to see some crazy Transformer.
I mean, if we get invaded by aliens, let's go, dude. Let's see some
Let's
see some spacecraft like turn into some other shit, Like they come down and they land and their spaceships just like fold up and become like speeder bikes all of a sudden.
Yeah.
You're like, whoa,
Let's see
that's
that.
cool. I surrender, guys.
I surrender to your awesomeness.
I surrender. Can I play with some of this stuff? I'm not gonna fire back.
Yeah.
I just like, you got lightsabers. All I want to do is toast bread with that thing.
The Robotech Defense Force.
Did you ever watch Robotech?
I'm not familiar with Robotech.
Oh, it like predated Transformers and like Power Rangers and stuff like that. I mean, not that
Same kind of thing, though.
kind of, yeah. I'm familiar with it, but I also didn't watch much of it. But I know Ryan was a Robotech fan. You have some Ryan, I think, has some Robotech figure, if I remember correct, that he found.
It's not like it's not an anime, is it?
Yeah.
It is an anime.
Well, it's older.
Anime.
Yes, animation.
Animation.
You have the damn it. You do have control of the laptop today. So
Oh yeah, true.
You're supposed to be the fact checker guy.
I'm not
today.
checking any facts.
Yeah, you're not doing anything. You're fired. Robotech is a space opera. I have Scott Bernard and his armored Cyclone. Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember you showing me one of them, which it's cool. I always like the designs from Robotech, but again, it was just one of those things that I don't know if I had access to it when I was younger. I mean, maybe I did.
You see, this is what I was thinking.
Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah.
So yeah, it is an anime.
Yeah.
Okay.
From 85.
Yeah, but it is like a Japanese animation. I just, that's all. Because I thought I knew what it was, and then now looking at it, that confirms that yes, it is a Japanese animated show.
Congratulations.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, I just wanted to...
Is this guy's name Rick Hunter? That's a cool
Which one's is Scott Bernard? That one.
This guy right here is the one that Ryan has?
Yeah. Maybe on Toonami you could have seen it. It's totally anime and you knew it. Yeah, I didn't want to ruffle any feathers. I've heard some conversations about animation versus anime, and I honestly don't care.
This guy looks pretty tight.
But yeah, he does look super tight.
I like their uniforms. The Robotech Cruise uniforms.
I'm still laughing about you dropping the volume on me.
That's enough of that.
That was so funny.
These Robotech toys look awesome.
Yeah, anime can be a bad word sometimes, and I've never been super ingrained in the anime world. When I was in 7th grade, I think was when I discovered what anime kind of was. And I was seeing the only thing I watched episodes of Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z on Toonami actually.
I remember Dragon Ball Z was on it was on like this like a random like network, like KTLA or something.
Was
like
it
that.
really?
Like on Saturday mornings. That was my first experience with it. I first started watching it, I think I was in 5th grade at the time, and then one of our friends had a copy of Akira. And dude, that kind of blew me away with how violent it was, and like it was a little scary for me at the time.
Yeah,
because I was like 10 or 11.
There's like blood in that one.
Yeah, there is. I was, and again, I was only like 10 or 11 at the time, and it was just kind of, it was a lot. That movie is still pretty crazy if you watch it today, but it is one of my favorites.
Yeah, I haven't gone back to check it out, but Ryan said that the character design for
oh yeah, the mechs
Robotech
and everything.
are great.
Yeah, it looks amazing.
Could be really slow sometimes. Robotech could be really slow sometimes. Lots of people smoking, drinking, and taking showers. I love Akira.
Yeah.
Well, let's take more
good.
showers. Pat?
For years, there's
Should we
been...
do a stream from the shower? Just
Oh, jeez.
scrubbing each other's backs.
For years, there's been talk about a live-action Akira. And I don't know if it could really be done. At least it would be difficult.
I don't know, dude. If we're doing like the three-bodied problem and some other they're doing Dune. Dune wasn't my favorite, but I did enjoy it, and I do think they're doing
David Lynch already did Dune. And you know what? Not a whole lot of hate about that, because that movie is kind of cool, but it just is.
It's not the book, but
long.
it's also a lot of my friends, I think Jay and maybe Ryan too, I don't remember, are big fans of that, because at the time that it came out, there wasn't any other space fantasy, science fiction fantasy movies like that. And I can get behind that. But I do think that the technology is catching up with being able to accomplish doing certain things in film. The problem really does lie in the industry of okay, cool. Is it possible? Yes. How many people and how many hours do they have to work to achieve that?
True.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think somebody like Denis Villeneuve could totally do an Akira movie.
Yeah, Ryan said Lynch's Dune did a lot for my child brain. Yeah, I totally agree. Yeah, and you know what he turned down to do Dune? My favorite Star Wars movie.
Oh, Empire.
Nope.
Oh, Return of the Jedi.
Yep.
David Lynch was gonna do Return of the Jedi. I didn't know that at all.
He was approached to direct Return of the Jedi, and he turned it down.
That would be a completely different movie.
Completely.
Yeah.
Jedi, baby. That's my favorite one, and it still to this day remains my favorite one.
Lynch's Dune kind of has the same feel for me as the original Tron, where they just feel long. I don't know how long the actual movie, the running time is, but it feels long.
Question for you: did Wendy Carlos do the Tron soundtrack? The original Tron soundtrack?
That's such a good question.
I think I heard that she did.
I think that could be true.
I don't know. I didn't look it up, but I heard that earlier today, and I was like, I should check that out, and just didn't.
That's interesting. I know that she did the intro. Not the full score or anything, but she did the intro to The Shining.
Oh, really?
That like
I
you know
didn't
that, you know that
Yeah,
shot
yeah.
where it's like going
Over the hotel.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't know that.
That aerial view.
Here, I'm gonna do you a favor. Oops. I'm gonna get off of this panel so I don't even have access to it.
That makes me feel better. Ryan said yes. That she did do the score to the original Tron.
Hell yeah. Sorry. I don't have the chestnuts, but I got the farts.
I recall watching that movie for the first time, like in school at some point. The original Tron. I never watched it at home as a kid or anything.
I think I watched it with my dad once when I was younger.
I did watch those. They were like a made-for-TV movies called Not Quite Human. Did you ever see those?
I remember those. I don't remember watching them.
I don't know why I brought that up. It's not.
There was so much weird stuff in the like 80s and 90s.
No, those were like some good movies though. I think Alan Thicke was like the dad in that.
Alan Thicke was the dad in everything in the late 80s and early
He was
90s.
actually my dad.
It's true. I don't know if you've ever seen Pat's dad before, but it is actually Alan Thicke.
R.I.P.
Pat Thicke.
Shining, Clockwork, and Tron.
Or her Holy Trinity. Oh, okay, that was Wendy Carlos.
Yeah, I know. I knew Clockwork Orange for sure.
If-
I actually had that on vinyl. I don't know if I still have the record, but I had the score. I don't know what happened to it.
For anybody not familiar, Wendy Carlos is a very important person to electronic music and transgender. I don't remember their dead name, but definitely did some really formative thing for electronic music. Switched on Bach.
Switch on Bach, which I think is still like the greatest, the best-selling classical album, if you could believe that.
Yeah.
Best-selling album of classical music.
Yeah.
Switched on Bach.
Yeah.
Bach.
Bach. Bach.
Bah. just giving it a little sheep action.
Bah. That was weird. Anyways,
Yes. Electronic music.
sorry, we got way off topic. We had no topic.
It was no off topic.
Well, I think
This is Jon Does, baby.
I think we started with
Watch him do stuff.
Yeah, I haven't done anything on this channel.
You've just been sitting here.
Yeah, you lazy fuck. No, there's been those pre-recorded things, the like live music stuff where I'm like my fat gut hangs over a fold-up table full of music gear.
I've been enjoying those live jams. Those were fun.
Yeah, they are. There's definitely more coming, and we'll have opportunity to record more in the near future. She was fearless back in the day. Yeah.
I know. Playing with synthesizers back then could really get your ass kicked.
Jesus. All right. I'm going back.
No, don't do
just
it.
because you forced my hand here. Damn it, Pat. I just wanted to say, Pat, that it's really nice having you on the show.
Oh, thanks, John. I
just really love it. Just always look forward to Fridays. Oh man. I gotta get back into compose. Pat, it's wonderful.
Sadly, I haven't heard a whole lot from Wendy Carlos. I know. I mean, she's still alive and everything. I just haven't heard anything from or about her in a long time.
Have you called her?
I haven't.
Then
I
that's
checked
probably why.
Yeah.
Man. Oh, that might be a good clip out.
Yeah, you haven't done any of those in a
I
while.
haven't done any clip outs for the show. I don't like to inundate like too many in a row. That's why I've been throwing in the weekly my conspiratorial things. He's kind of my
I have
TikTok.
I have an idea for another character, but I'll tell you about it later.
Okay,
Yeah.
we should definitely talk about that later. Should I? I had this thought. This is a dumb thought because actually, The Last of Us is airing tonight instead of Sunday.
Oh,
because the
what,
Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, should I do the same thing with my conspiracy? I usually put them out on Sundays
Because you should really.
because the Super Bowl.
Honestly, you should do one about the Super Bowl.
I should have.
Yeah.
Oh man, I still have.
You
time.
still have time. I would look into that a little bit.
I have tonight and tomorrow to make
Yeah,
one
check
about the
that out.
Super Bowl. Oh man, that's maybe a good idea. I should have thought about that. That gives me the one that I already made for next week, and then the one that I have a couple written, but the one that I'm going to do next, I'll just say it here. It's the St. Louis Arch.
I've seen that in person before.
Have you?
Have you at all?
No, I've never been.
Oh
to
yeah, just
Missouri.
driven by my aunt and uncle and cousins and stuff. They're from Missouri, or he moved. My mom's brother moved to Missouri. So I've been there visiting him a couple times and seen the arches.
Is it true
It's
that
not that amazing.
Is it true that it acts as a gateway to another world?
I can neither confirm nor deny. I was actually there in the 90s when the Mississippi was flooding.
Isn't it a handle?
What is
the St. Louis Arch?
Oh
It's
yeah,
a giant handle.
that's a good take. I was there in the 90s when the Mississippi was flooding, and I remember
Were you
they had to
wearing high
sandbag.
waters?
Yeah,
Tight.
I mean no,
No.
my uncle's place wasn't that close to it or anything, but I remember that they were helping with efforts and bringing sandbags and stuff. A lot of people were. It was pretty wild. That's it.
Hell yeah.
That's it. I just saw a giant river that was flooding.
Hell yeah, brother. Well, you know what, Pat? I really enjoy it when you come on the podcast.
You already did this once.
And it's just every Friday when you come on is a treat. We all love you. And
yeah, that's really nice. I do appreciate that. It's like you couldn't wait to get this on the board.
I'm gonna play the shit out of it.
Yeah.
You guys are gonna hate this joke by the end of it. Jason just shows up for Pat.
Oh, thanks, Jason. That means a lot.
Me too. You got any cake? I fucking wish.
We might have to get some after this.
No, actually, we did just scarf some Taco Bell,
And some tater tots.
and some tater tots. Yeah, we had Taco Bell, and my mom was like, "I made some tater tots. You guys want some pre-show tots?"
The Taco Bell is kind of a Friday tradition.
Yeah, I think it's. I think it kind of started back in the day with Ian with the. We would on Friday nights we would watch sci-fi original movies
and get the grande meal. Yes. Oh, dude, I almost got one of those by mistake. I just ordered the deluxe cravings box, and then instead they're like, "Oh, taco 12-pack." It's like, maybe.
Taco Bell is kind of a tater tots in 007. All of it's delicious. Oh, are you talking about wait a minute. Was there a am I misremembering? There was a whole thing with when GoldenEye came out and Taco Bell? Wasn't there some
there maybe was a tie-in. I don't know though.
Smokable and have some tater tots while playing. Yup.
Yeah.
I don't do tater tots anymore, but I do all that other stuff.
I have to say though, the tater tots that are off the chart, Finnies. They're so good.
Unless if you get a chance to go up to this has been a long time for me at this point, but if you get a chance to go up to basically any restaurant in Portland, Oregon, they always offer tater tots. That was one of my favorite things about living in Portland was tater tots were an option, which they're not always an option.
Yeah, it's nice that Finnies has them available.
I can't remember the name of the restaurant, but there was a place I used to go with some of my friends in Portland, and it was always like a bacon blue cheeseburger and a side of tots. It was so good.
And that sounds like a solid choice.
It was, yeah. It's part of the reason why I'm 10 years closer to death than I would have been without those burgers. But it was worth it. Anyways, Well, Pat.
Yeah, this has been a fun episode.
Yeah, it's been, you know what? You guys like this format on Fridays, just like more loose, not having to talk about anything specific. I'm feeling this. I'll do more of this.
I really enjoyed walking around Portland when I was there. At least the area that you lived. I think it was like by Mount Tabor at the time.
Yeah, when I lived there. I lived in a couple of spots in Portland. I lived, by Mount Tabor, and then I lived in, what was the area? It was kind of by Lewis and Clark College.
Yeah, I don't think I only went once. You didn't live there super long.
And then I lived in not Beaverton, Milwaukee, with Brandon.
You were only there for like a couple years, right?
Portland, I was only there for 2 years.
Yeah.
Total, yeah.
Yeah, I only went when you first moved. It was like a few months after you had been living there.
And then
that was cool. We got to check out downtown. And
there was one other spot I lived in by the, where do they play their basketball games? I forget.
Oh, the Trailblazers.
Yeah, wherever there's like a stadium.
John Hall he grinded the rail.
That spot. Yeah, I lived over there for a little bit too. I don't think that's
like closer to downtown, right?
Yeah. I used to when I worked at Lewis and Clark College. There was public transportation in Portland was so easy. I walked downtown, which was just over the bridge, and then a couple of blocks, and it was like a 25-minute walk, but it wasn't. That's
not bad. Yeah, 25 minutes is not that bad.
It was a nice walk, and then there was a free shuttle for me to get on to go to Lewis and Clark College,
nice.
And then I was at work. But if you're in downtown, I think it's called the Max Line. It's been a really long time since I was
like a
there,
bus line.
So I forget.
Type of thing?
No, it's a train.
Oh, nice.
And it's all free downtown. Like if you stay within a certain like area, which is mostly down. Like if you're gonna take it to the airport, it's gonna cost you a couple bucks. But if you're staying if you're only going a couple blocks, they don't care. It's free.
I wish that LA offered more than that. Just Hollywood and downtown.
Yeah,
with the train, that would be cool if it went to like Santa Monica.
Well, I thought I remembered hearing that they were going to extend it to Long Beach at one point.
Cool.
That would have been cool. Take the train down to the
Queen Mary.
Queen Mary. Yeah.
I think that they closed it down temporarily
for COVID.
Well, it was closed down for COVID, and then I heard that
they found a ghost.
They just weren't making enough money or something. I've only been once, but it is creepy for sure.
I've never been on it, but I've been to it. Like I've been in that harbor. There's I think
there's a lot of stuff in that harbor. There's the aquarium.
There's a decommissioned nuclear submarine there.
There is, yeah. Yeah, it was right by there. Oh, you did? You checked out the submarine. Okay. Yeah. It was docked just right there next to the Queen Mary.
Yeah, I think I went there with my dad.
Yeah,
but
no, the Queen Mary was cool. There was a little thing, like an experience that was about ghosts and ghost stories and stuff of the Queen Mary.
Tell me more. Was Leonardo DiCaprio on there? Because you do know that the Queen Mary is the sister ship to the Titanic, by the way.
No, I didn't see Leo. No, but it was cool. They had like special effects and stuff too. Like they had like dry ice fog type of thing, and they made it seem really creepy. But it honestly is creepy too. Nice.
Sorry, just throwing out some stupid memes to Pat right now.
That's a good one.
Throw them off. It's been a really long time since I've been down to San Diego. We've talked about this before, but one of these days we should go down there for like a weekend or something.
We shoot a Jon Does. Jon Does
actually
San Diego.
Do something.
Yeah.
I'll take a GoPro out there with me and like walk around with it on my forehead.
That whole
hey, everybody, I'm at Harbor Village.
Yeah, that's the place, dude. Harbor Village. That's the one that we walked around.
Yeah.
We were talking about that the other day.
Village Hat Store. That's where we need to go.
Is that at the Harbor Village?
I don't think so. No.
Okay. I swear we were there.
I think it's I'm pretty sure.
Did I just create this memory in my mind?
We went to a restaurant and then walked around, and then I remember leaving, and that's all I remember doing there with you and Katie's parents as the third wheel to our sexy date.
Yeah, no, San Diego is a lot of cool stuff.
I just haven't been down there since then, really. Actually, no. The last time I was down there was when you lived there.
That was like that was after I moved back. That was still like 2008.
Oh right, yeah, you weren't even living there anymore. That was 2008.
Yeah.
Jeez, that was.
I've been there.
15 years
I've been
ago.
I've been there a few times, but I think the last time I was there was with Ian in 2012. So that's also been a long time, over 10 years.
I was gonna 540 the leap of faith.
You still should.
I should into the grass.
Into the elevator.
Oh right, there's the elevator shaft there, and I think they put grass down there at the bottom too.
You got yeah, into the grass.
I
It'll be
actually-
a softer landing.
People will call bullshit on this because I know people like anybody who cares about rollerblading at all is probably like that's total bullshit. I legitimately went down to go try the leap of faith one time. It was already closed off, and they had started building the elevator shaft at that point.
Yeah. And you did try El Toro. Hey, talk about that.
I did try to 180 El Toro 3 times.
For those that don't know, El Toro was a 20 stair.
Yeah, 20 stair
20 long stairs though. Like I would say that they're pretty long.
at El Toro High School in Irvine, right? Irvine.
Yeah, it's at Irvine.
Yeah. Famous skate spot. I tried to 180 it like 3. No, I think it was 4 times. I fell twice.
Hit
and
your head
I
once.
hit my head once, and then one time really sucked.
One time.
Considering I smacked my head on the other.
Yeah.
But on one of them, I was in 180 position and landed like on my knees going backwards, and I just like kept sliding backwards once I like landed on the concrete.
sounds so
It just
painful.
ripped my pants and
Yeah.
my knees open. It was awesome. And then I painted my face in my blood and did a little war dance.
That was really awesome though. I do wish that we still had the footage from that.
Yeah, Ian, what's your problem getting shit stolen from your car? That was his
Not
car.
even from his car. I think it was just like he set. We were in San Diego at the time.
He just set it down.
He just set the camera down and then it was gone.
Oh damn, that sucks.
Yeah. Gotta watch out for those hoodlums. Oh man, like
My life's work was on those tapes.
another.
Those were my pre-OnlyFan days. Those were my OnlyFan tryouts.
Jeez.
Yo, lean into the camera.
Another time that made me think about when we were talking about the camera getting stolen. We were at a school and then some dudes pulled a knife or something.
Oh yeah, that was in Calabasas.
Yeah.
That was
places.
of all fucking places. Calabasas. Anybody who doesn't know, that's where the Kardashians live.
And Drake.
And Ye. I don't know if he still lives there or not, but you know, like it's a rich community. I worked in Calabasas, and yeah, Pat got a knife pulled. No, we got a knife pulled on us, and Pat had disappeared.
It was like making a phone call. I was trying to find a payphone or something.
I thought it was like a water fountain or something. But anyways, you disappeared. So we were at this. I think it was like was it like an adult school or
Yeah, it was
something?
like a charter
that?
school or
charter
something.
school. And yeah, it was like nighttime.
we were just looking for skate spots.
Yeah, it was like nighttime on like a Saturday or Sunday or something like that. So nobody should have been there anyways. But yeah, me and Adam and Nick, I think a couple of our friends, we were there, and some dudes came up and they're like, "What are you up to?" and like pulled a knife on us, and we're like, "Yo, fuck off. We're leaving. Like, no big deal. They're just being dumbass punks." But when we finally left, like, we realized Pat wasn't anywhere to be found. We're like, "Where the fuck's Pat at?" And I started to kind of freak out because I'm like, I'm not letting those motherfuckers. Might have been Adam, I think, took off like a skate or something just in case. He's like, I'm gonna fuck you up with my skate.
Yeah, and then I had no idea when we finally. I had no idea.
Yeah, everything was fine, and Pat was like, "Hey, how's it going, guys?"
Yeah, Mickey Mouse voice.
Yeah, well, all of us had Mickey Mouse voice at that time because none of our balls had dropped.
Yeah, I was probably like 16.
No, none of our balls dropped till our like mid-20s. Something like that.
Stunted from skating.
Mine might not have still. They're all the way up in my gut, which is why I have a gut, is because they're just...
That big.
No, those are tumors. Those aren't my testicles.
Oh, dude.
Sorry.
I don't know what, that's dark.
I sometimes like to
hear
get there. Well, tumors.
Just talking about all this tumor talk. It's really got me feeling sentimental.
Just makes you want to cuddle up next to a fire. I'm so glad I have this sound bed.
Real hero of the episode right here.
You know,
that sound clip.
You know what I realized is I always was like, oh yeah, there's 2 banks. No, there's 3 banks. I can put in so many more sound effects.
And you should. We need like at least a few more. Bobcat sounds.
Okay, cool. Bobcat sounds. I need some
like
suggestions here. Explosions. Yeah. Anything else? Any other sound effects I need to have in this thing that that you guys?
Let's hear from the chat.
Yeah, let's hear from the chat because there are people watching right now. There's at least 3 people watching, and if I don't get 3 answers, then I forfeit my life to the Keebler Elf.
There you go. That's a good suggestion by Ryan. Some alien sounds.
To clarify a little bit, I like the idea, but like a lot of Mars Attacks sound effects.
Yes, yeah, that kind.
Or the like theremin sounding like.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah,
the classic UFO. Why don't we have a theremin?
Well, weren't you gonna buy one for your dad?
Yeah, he was so into it.
E.T. taking a hatchet to the face.
That's actually. That's actually a super funny story about my dad. I showed my dad like a theremin performance or something, and he was like, "What is this? This is unbelievable! This is the coolest thing." He thought that that theremins were so cool, and guess what? Nobody's ever thought that.
No, theremins are cool. They're just like 90 years old at this point. and considering your dad like has played music and has interest in like
and my dad also has like he's pretty knowledgeable about electronics and stuff too, so I'm surprised he was so blown away by a theremin. It's hilarious.
Didn't he ever watch Star Trek?
He did, yeah. My dad is a huge Star Trek fan.
Corn in stereo. Do you mean the band?
Yeah. God, the light.
Or just some like yes. Well, I would say less Mario and more Luigi.
Especially with this green shirt.
And the hat too. I actually have been using that as a joke lately that I've been living my best Luigi life. But unfortunately I'm gonna probably have to Mario is in vogue right now. The latest issue was pretty good, where he was topless.
It was tastefully done.
Ah, my meatballs.
Wouldn't that be bottomless?
No, that's what he calls his boobs.
Oh, got it.
Because he does need a bro.
He's a little overweight, yeah.
You remember the bro?
Like in a fun way, though.
Remember the bro?
I know the bro. Yeah. Kramer.
Yeah. I know very few Seinfeld references, but that's one of them.
Jerry Stiller was so funny in that show. Like in particular that episode. Just a lot of episodes, but yeah, Jerry Stiller was hilarious.
You know, he shaves his moves. Oh. So I take it you guys are feeling these Friday episodes, yeah? I'm having a good time here. Pat's having a good time here.
We just all hang out.
We were going to end like 10 minutes ago. We should end pretty soon because my camera's... Well, I'm getting the overheat thing, but it still doesn't turn the camera off usually. It's more the battery, but the battery is probably going to go pretty quick too. So, I don't know, maybe another five minutes or so. But I'm enjoying this format where we just like hang out, talk a little shit.
Yeah, we can still talk about stuff coming up. And
what do you want to talk about?
Jason, he didn't hear any Marvel, so you know he's here.
Well, you know, there's been a lot of Marvel talk lately. Ant-Man and the Wasp's coming out next week. And
that one's fine, but we should also theater hop to Cocaine Bear. I'll pay for another ticket. I don't think I've ever theater hopped in my life, to be honest.
I think I did it once or twice. I might have actually with Jason.
You totally could, though. I mean, dude, especially at the Roxy back in the day, you could have just walked in and, I don't think anybody would have stopped you.
No.
about the Marvel talk.
So Kevin Feige was talking So Kevin Feige was talking about how actually Kevin Feige was almost fired in 2015 until there was a little
Man, you got to put some more like sentimental music on there though too.
We'll
just some different type stuff.
Yeah,
that you
well,
could-
there's another
maybe even some new pants loops.
15 spots to utilize here. Maybe some new pants stuff. That's not a bad, it's not a bad call. Okay, let's actually end the show with this. If you weren't here for the 100th episode on Wednesday,
check it out.
well, we're not friends anymore. I'm just kidding. No, it was a good time, but we premiered a lot of stuff actually. I've got some we've got some music coming out. New Pants' final record will be out in February 28th, the end of this month, which is a Tuesday, and March 1st is a Wednesday, so we'll be doing a listening party on March 1st.
And probably talking about that Mandalorian episode.
Yeah, probably talking about that. So join us then. But we also premiered. Do I still have it? I don't think I still have it. Well, it's in my other. If I switch graphics, I can pull it up, but I'm not going to do that. Jay and I have done some theater hopping. Unfortunately, it was one shit show after another. They usually are. Unless it's, Cocaine Bear or the Weird Al movie, then those are...
That movie is off the rails. Yeah, everybody should check out Weird, the Weird Al Yankovic story. Or Weird, the Al Yankovic story.
Weird, the Al Yankovic. It really is... I love that movie so much. It's really funny. It's only on the Roku channel, which makes it problematic, because it's like, I don't know many people who have Roku TV.
Yeah.
I mean, I do. I have a Roku TV, so it's built in there, but... not everybody does. I think most of my friends have like LG TVs or like more expensive TVs. I would say. What's your TV? Your big one at your house?
Samsung.
Samsung.
Another Korean brand.
Yeah.
LG and Samsung are both North Korean. No, I'm just kidding. I shouldn't say that.
Well, they might have come from the north of South Korea.
No, I don't know.
Close to the border.
Close to the DMZ.
The DMZ. The DMV. So we also put out, check out that last episode, because I did release the album cover. John, you should feel special. Both my kids have decided to join your live stream, but they can't comment. Oh, wait. It pulled them away from Minecraft. That's incredible.
You have that kind of pull?
I guess. Jason, you're the new PR man.
Yeah.
You're in charge.
You replaced me.
Pat's in charge of all the old people in Leisure Village.
Yeah. I've been rounding up viewers.
Jason can cover the under 10 or under 15 crowd. I don't know the whole comment thing. Where is it on my end, or is it on is it like a child protective settings or something?
I'm not sure.
I don't know. Well, it's probably for the best that they can't comment. Anyways, what's up? Where was I? Oh yeah. We released the album cover on Wednesday, which I don't have available right here. Please don't link me with that crowd. It's cool. I won't make you deal with any more children than you need to. So yeah, we have the album cover that we put out. I'm gonna post that on my Instagram here shortly. Actually, probably after the show. We've uploaded the album to DistroKid, so it should be clearing all of the hurdles it needs to
get onto all the major streaming platforms.
Yeah, Sony Records and RCA.
It's a dual release.
So yeah, that's coming out February 28th, and to get you guys to go back and watch that 100th episode, at the end of the episode there, we premiered one of the tracks that was actually a B-side from the first record, the first New Pants record. So if you want to go check that out, it's only on that 100th episode right now until the record comes out. So go back and check that out. Maybe I should timestamp that.
Yeah, if you want to click through, it's at the end.
Yeah, it's close to the end there. I'll try to go back and timestamp it too, for you guys. But I think we're gonna get going. I think it's time to go eat some cake. Ryan, you've created it. I created a monster. Ryan's just reminding me of the monster I am.
Yeah.
Well, hey, thanks everybody for showing up.
Yeah.
This was a fun episode. This was a new format too for me, just like kind of shooting the whatnot. Peace out, Ryan. Hope you all have a good weekend.
Yes.
And come back on Monday.
Enjoy the Super Bowl if you are watching.
Oh yeah, the superb owl.
The superb owl.
The superb owl. Is Sunday. We'll probably talk about not that on Monday. And then Wednesday we'll have our for now our last 90s nostalgia episode with Ryan, where we'll talk about some fantastic records from the 90s. We got a good one. So come back next week. And I need to get out of this.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, and also maybe drop the link here one last time.
Oh yeah, don't forget to check out wilddinosaur.com. It's the best place to support the channel. I need to buy some new underwear, so please. I haven't worn a pair of socks in like 2 years, and it's because I can't afford them. There's holes in my other socks, and it doesn't work. And they're basically like sandals, but they're in sock format.
Wild Dinosaur.
It's
going the wrong way.
Yeah, check out wilddinosaur.com. Best place to support the channel. The other thing is, don't forget to check the link in the description. There is a link to Planned Parenthood. If you feel comfortable donating there, that'd be great. I appreciate it. They appreciate it. Pat appreciates it. We all get to hang out together sometime, and you donate, I'll give you a hug. High five if you want. Or, COVID elbow. The whole COVID elbow thing.
COVID elbow.
We'll do one of those.
All right.
Anyways, I hope you guys have a good weekend, and I'll see you
Peace.
on Monday.